Hi everyone, this is Cyrus for bestebookreaders.com. Today I'm showing you the new Kindle Paperwhite. It's one of the best ebook readers that I've tested. Now, by ebook readers, I'm not counting tablets. I'm talking about e-ink ebook readers, and not surprisingly, this one again has its own light source, so you can take advantage of it in dark rooms, dark areas. When we did the first Kindle Paperwhite test, and we got a lot of negative reviews for it, negative ratings, because I said at the time that I did not think the device was ready for prime time. We tested 5 models and they all had light issues. So I thought at the time that it was a good idea to wait so the next generation comes out and Amazon gets to fix some of the issues that these devices had. Now you get a device that has 25% faster page turns. You get a device that is faster, has a better screen. The lighting is smooth. So if you want to change the light settings, just have to go and just increase that. As you can see at the bottom, it's not really as bad as it used to be when we were testing it in the for the other version. At the bottom, you could easily see that it was distracting the way the light was coming out. So it's a pretty good improvement, I would say. The price hasn't changed a lot. It's cheaper than the Kobo Aura HD that we tested a while ago. It does have a 6-inch display, ink, next generation, darker text, and some of the features that Amazon is adding is very nice, especially for someone who's trying to learn the language, or someone who's a reader actually, and not someone who just reads a magazine or a book once in every few months. Someone who reads a book or two every week. This device can be really helpful, especially if you're on the go, because you don't have to charge it all the time. You get a pretty awesome experience if you use it in sunlight. Just try using your iPad and you'll see that you really can't see anything unless you get one of those special screen protectors that we've covered on bestebookreaders.com. So what I want to get here is a couple of features that I thought was interesting. First of all, the user interface, very simple. If you want to change settings, bookmark, change lighting, again, very easy to do. Now let's say I go to my home page and I want to read this book, right? Everyone wants to make money, and this is a book about making money. Now just using it as a sample. So let's say I want to see the definition for that. You get your X-ray, Wikipedia, depending on what you look up. And now you can go and see the vocabulary builder. So this is where it keeps track of the words that you don't know. So that's very helpful. It's for someone who's learning the new language, like English, for instance, and you want to keep track of the words that you learn. We also have Kindle Free Time that's coming soon. It's for kids. Parents can go and open up a profile for their child and get content for that. We get the inline reading, so when you open up something, you can take advantage of it. Now let me go back. So let's say I want to open up this page, and you get a very decent browser, I would say. So I go here and type bestebookreaders.com. Just showing you, this is not new, obviously. The browser has been a experimental feature. Even the first Kindle had a browser. So our site shows up in its mobile version because it's treating Kindle Paperwhite devices as a mobile device, like an iPhone, let's say. So this is 206 grams. It's a little bit lighter than your, let's say, Kobo Aura HD, but this one actually has a little bit larger display, 6.8. When you get your package, you're gonna get on these cables, and you get a guide. I personally use the fast adapter that Amazon has, and I encourage you to pick that up if you don't have it. It's much easier to charge these devices with an adapter than having a cable that you take around. It's really up to you. It really doesn't matter at the end. You get the cloud storage, very simple. PDF conversion, I converted this ebook to PDF. I wouldn't say it's great. I still have issues reading on a small display. I still love my Kindle DX because when you do conversions, you can actually read them without getting distracted. Here, it's a small, my eyes are maybe not as good as they used to be, so that's an issue. But again, it works, so just upload your PDF document and it takes care of it. If you have issues, you want to convert it, you have your email, your Kindle email, you use that for conversion and go from there. It's really up to you again. I personally just prefer putting PDF files and use the converter that's available. Now, if I go to main page, the settings are going to be different. You get the shop Kindle settings, the date, all the information that you need to take advantage of and use. You have your collection. So you're going to have more ways to organize your books. You're going to have your Kindle free time soon. You have your vocabulary builder. You have your Goodreads that's coming, if it hasn't by the time of this video. You have your Kindle Matchbook price making, which is very important because when you buy an ebook and getting deals, remember when you have a book and you want to get the ebook version and maybe you want to get the bundle. So being able to save money that way is important. Amazon is working all kinds of innovative programs for people who read a lot. As far as the other features, I would say, if I show you the back, pretty smooth. Now, if you compare this to, let's say, Kobo Aura HD, that has this back. So again, I don't know what to say. I actually like this better. Sometimes I'm personally really have no preference. I use any ebook reader that I have, and for me, my focus is on reading, and I usually get most of my reading done on a larger device like a Kindle DX or iPad. For traveling, I think it's fine, so I don't have a problem with that. Easily fits in one hand, even though my hands are big. I'm sure even if you have regular hands and not a big hand like mine, I think you're gonna be fine. And let me just show you just how fast it is. So this is an ebook that I borrowed on Amazon. I have an Amazon Prime membership. You can borrow books. I haven't paid for this book. It's something that I borrowed from Amazon, and you can see the page is very fast. Let me go back at the end of it. I mean, it's much easier to read a book about making money online, thinking that by the time you get to the end of it, you're gonna know how to become rich. Actually, that's not the case. If you've read books on Amazon and they all have these glowing reviews, but when you read them, there's nothing really discussed there. So I digress. But as you can see, pretty awesome. And if you want to read it in a room that has proper lighting, you just turn it down, turn it up, and there you go. Now, here's a nice surprise that I had was I had one of these cases for Kindle Touch. So it's an A case. It's one of those, I think, $4.99 cases. I'm cheap. Sorry about that, but I don't pay $40, $50 for a case. And this actually works perfectly. So I'm just going to put it right there. And there we go. It fits perfectly. It's not perfect. It doesn't actually, because it wasn't designed for the Kindle Paperwhite and all the features that it has, but it holds your device and it doesn't damage the display. So maybe if you have a case, if you have something from the previous years, maybe you'll be able to use it. I can't promise you that's going to be fully compatible with your device, so you want to test it out. But before going and paying, I don't know, $30 for a case, maybe you want to test it. So that's a short review. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to go back and do comparisons in the future. As far as my verdict on this device, again, I prefer a larger display. But if you like 6-inch devices, this is a pretty neat e-reader to use and faster better lighting, and just works. Thanks again for watching, guys.